Once upon a time, in a lush jungle, there lived two powerful rulers. The lion with his mighty roar was the king of all the animals, and the vulture with his big body was the king of all the birds. One sunny day the lion had hunted a deer and was enjoying his hard-earned meal in a quiet corner of the jungle. The rich scent of the fresh meat spread through the air, catching the attention of the vulture, who was gliding high above. With a swift dive, the vulture swooped down, snatched the piece of meat from the lion's jaws, and flew away. The lion was furious. His roar echoed through the jungle, shaking the trees. "How dare he?" the lion growled. "No one steals from the king of the jungle." Determined to teach him a lesson, the lion gathered his animals. Together they hatched a plan to attack the birds and show them who truly ruled the jungle. Under the cover of night, when the birds were fast asleep, the animals launched their surprise attack. They crept through the jungle and pounced on the sleeping birds, causing chaos and confusion. The birds, unprepared and frightened, flapped their wings wildly, trying to escape the sudden onslaught. At dawn, the birds gathered around their king, the vulture. "We must fight back," they cried. The vulture, furious at the audacity of the animals, devised a plan of his own. "We will gather stones," he declared, "and rain them down upon the animals. They will regret ever crossing us." The birds, eager to reclaim their pride, collected as many stones as they could find and started their journey to find the animals. After some time, the birds found them and began hurling the stones with all their might. The animals were caught off guard and had to retreat, bruised and battered by the birds' attack. Amidst this fierce battle between the beasts and the birds, there lived a clever bat. He watched the war from the shadows. He was very cunning and decided to play both sides to avoid danger. When the animals seemed to be winning, the bat would fly down to them and declare, "Look at me! I am an animal just like you. I have fur and teeth. I belong to your side." The animals, thinking the bat was one of them, accepted him into their ranks. But when the birds seemed to be gaining the upper hand, the bat would fly up to them and say, "Look at me! I have wings and can fly just like you. I am one of you." The birds, believing the bat to be a fellow bird, welcomed him among them. The war raged on for days, with both sides growing more and more exhausted. Finally, both the animals and the birds, tired of the endless fighting and realizing that neither side would truly win, decided to call it quits. They realized that living in harmony was better than constant conflict. They agreed to a truce and gathered at the edge of the jungle to discuss peace. As they sat together speaking of reconciliation, someone brought up the bat. "Where is that bat?" a bird asked. "He was always with us, but never truly one of us." "He was with us too," said an animal, narrowing his eyes. "Yet he never fought for our cause." The lion, now calm, spoke wisely. "It's easy to change sides and make friends with whoever seems strong, but real strength comes from being loyal and honest." The vulture also nodded. "We fought for each other, but the bat only cared about himself." Both the animals and the birds agreed that the bat could not be trusted. They banished him from their groups. From that day on, the bat, who had thought himself clever, was left to fly alone. He became a nocturnal creature, coming out only at night, when neither the birds nor the animals could see him.